crossing over the border from British Columbia, Canada, into the belly of the beast, the heartland of traditional energy production, Alberta, Canada, home to the oil sands. We're about to find out whether they're embracing or resisting technological innovation and the electrification of transportation. We're going to go out and look at the opportunities, the challenges, and whatever else we face on the road. So come along for the journey. Let's go and get totally trucked up.
Hi, I'm David Dodge. Welcome to Green Energy Futures. Well, on a family trip to Fort St. John this summer, we stopped at the BC Hydro EV charger at mile 0 on the Alaska Highway in Dawson Creek. There was a guy filming himself charging his Ford F150 Lightning. The logo on the side of the truck said, Trucked Up. And curiosity killed the cat.
I'm Simon Lindley. I'm with Trucked Up EVs. I got a YouTube channel, and my primary focus is just geeking out over electric trucks. It's about getting excited about the transformation of the pickup truck, basically, is what Trucked Up EVs is. I was one of those kids who wanted to have the Back to the Future Mr. Fusion powered DeLorean. So when EVs came around, I was like, my ship had arrived. You know, so I got my first EV truck for work. I was going to get the Cybertruck, but after waiting 4.5 years for the triangle with wheels, I went in another direction, as many did, and I got my first EV truck, an XLT Lightning, and I soon realized just how much of a game changer it was, like for work, for life in general. But there's so much misinformation out there, and I really wanted to cut through all of that and have fun in the meantime.
So Simon started his Trucked Up EV YouTube channel.
So when someone says, oh, you can't do that with an EV truck, I go and freaking do it. When the typical garbage that has no ground in fact, such as, fire risk of an EV battery, I physically point out that, ICE stands for internal combustion engine. It's a controlled explosion of highly volatile fuels that like to start on fire. So there's like 20 times more chance that your gas car is going to blow up than an EV battery. But if you throw proven, verifiable data in people's face and you talk in a condescending way with people who believe otherwise, they're almost always going to side with opinion and a belief over fact and knowledge.
To get the word out, Simon decided to go on a cross-country coffee stop tour with his EV truck and go where no one has gone before.
Like I said, you've got to go out and do things. So, someone said, oh, well, you can't, drive up north with a EV truck. So I went to the Yukon. Well, you can't go all the way around the province with an EV truck. You're going to get stranded. You better have a generator in the back. You're never going to get any. So I drove the entire province of BC. And I kept hearing this FUD, this constant misinformation coming up about what I couldn't do with the truck. So I decided, well, I'll just go do all of it. And I thought, what a great way of building a community and getting to meet my Trucked Up guys and gals who are watching my channel. Even though it's tiny, it's growing very fast.
In BC, this was about the time that BC Hydro's new network of super fast chargers went live. And at mile 0 on the Alaska Highway, I saw his truck charging at 175 kilowatts, which is amazingly fast.
But basically, I went right across the country, province to province, and I used every kind of charging network you can think of. I downloaded a plethora of charging apps. I basically was able to uncover where a lot of the challenges and some of the exciting developments across this country are. So quick synopsis, BC is still amazing. I thought they were number one. Nope. Turns out there's another province that's far better. And unbelievable how far things have developed in those particular regions. And that's Quebec. Quebec is leading the country. In fact, I think they're an example for the world in what you can do as far as creating an electric highway and EV infrastructure. It's absolutely outstanding there.
On his cross-country tours, Simon left Dawson Creek where we met and headed east.
When I crossed over from BC, that just hit the switch the day we met. I think they hit the switch October 1st or somewhere around there, when this whole electric highway went live. And then I crossed over into Alberta. And it was like, crossing over into central and northern Alberta was like entering the realm of Mordor. At first it seemed promising, but then it just deteriorated.
Here's my very first stop experiencing electric chargers here in Alberta. After crossing over from BC, the charger's right down at the end of this closed road. And there's no second road. It's a single road. So I've got to go down somewhere else and try to go around to get to the back of this road.
It was so bad. There's no unified effort like we find in BC. Within a few days, I had downloaded a dozen or so private charging apps, half of which didn't work or needed a QR code or something that... Anyway, it was a disaster. And it was this hodgepodge mix of chargers. And I always thought Alberta was also home to capitalism.
Despite some bad experiences, Simon did find some innovative EV chargers in Edmonton.
Oh, yeah. That's ChargeStop. This is the entrepreneurial spirit that I actually celebrated about Alberta, and here it was a perfect example of it.
This is what we've been waiting for. You know what this is? This is a fuel station, a gas station for EVs, right here in the center of Alberta. What a bold and innovative and forward-thinking move. I'm so impressed to see this right in the heart of Edmonton. Everyone talks about oil country, but I don't see any of these in the rest of Canada.
Basically we're seeing kind of a gas station approach. But they're not. They're trying to do it different than what you'd expect from a gas station. So they're having high-end product. They're having cappuccinos. They're having, it's a nice place to stop. So right in the center of oil country, right in the capital of Alberta. I thought that was pretty bold.
Simon tells his stories from the cab of his truck. The good, the bad, and the ugly about EV trucks, and his videos are quite captivating. His best story so far?
Top 10 reasons to own an F150 Lightning. It is currently about a dozen views away from hitting 20,000 views. So it'll be my first video to hit 20,000 views, which on YouTube is pathetically small. But for my channel, it's a great milestone.
Search for Trucked Up EVs and learn more at greenenergyfutures.ca. For Green Energy Futures, I'm David Dodge.